Okay, here's a way to remember the trig wheel. Just an easy pattern, and the way I've got this set up here is sine, cosine, tangent. The bottom row is your degrees, and then the top row is your radians. And so 0 degrees, 0 radians, 30 degrees, pi 6, and so forth. You got the idea. All right, so this is what we do. All right, so I'm just going to put a fraction bar here, way across. All right, and then I start with 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put a 2 under everything here, and then square root the tops. Now you're going to have to simplify these guys just a little bit. All right, now down here for cosine, I count backwards 4, and of course I put a 2 on the bottom of all these. 3, 2, 1, and then 0. And I square root the top of all these. All right. Okay, and so we simplify this, and so we have the sine, right, of, let's say, 0 degrees. So if this were the sine of 0 degrees and you simplify this, you would get 0. If we had the sine of 30 degrees, you would get 1/2. Or the sine of 45 degrees, the square root of 2 over 2. The sine of 60 degrees, the square root of 3 over 2. And of course, like we look at cosine here, we want to simplify this. This just becomes what? The square root of 4 is 2, and so 2 over 2 is 1. So if we said the cosine of, let's say, 0 radians, or we could say the cosine of 0 degrees, right, we would have 1. And then the cosine of, let's say, pi 6, the cosine of pi 6 is the square root of 3 over 2. Now if we're looking for tangent, for example, the tangent of pi 6, you have to remember that tangent is sine over cosine. So we would say 1/2, right, over the square root of 3 over 2. And of course, you're going to have to deal with fractions here. All right, so you're going to flip this guy, flip this over, and so this is going to equal what? 1 over the square root of 3. Or if you rationalize the denominator, you would have the square root of 3, and then the square root of 3 here, and so we'd end up with the square root of 3 over 3. And then you could have worked out for tangent for all the rest of these. So this is a real quick way to learn the trig wheel. Easy enough. Have fun.